All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Late Night Dominion, episode 26. Today is going to be a short and sweet episode for you all tonight. So let's get started with our usual host of the evening, Beetle.
Yeah, hey everybody. Welcome to episode 26. Happy Halloween to anybody who eats candy and likes Halloween. We've got Policeman blank space, Sheriff blank space I said, Ginger Techno Mage Aegon looking normal because he's always been a Techno Mage that's a ginger. Timo Nixus, who is a small little boy. And then we've got Santa Claus Beetle. Here's my belt, you can see it. I bought this shirt for $3 at Walmart, and then we got the list right there. So, pretty good purchase.
Carbine got it right. It's Walking Dead, just by the way.
Oh, my mistake, because you look so much like the main actor.
I do, actually. I resemble
Excuse me.
the guy. Just saying.
Oh, you're getting cold this year anyway. It's fine. All right, so we've got a couple things here. We're going to go over some Wildstar Wednesday stuff, talk about winter is coming, possible next beta phase, and we'll let Blank take that away with the news, and good to see everybody tonight.
Yeah, thanks for tossing it over us, having a drink. That's awesome. If you guys have anything you want to ask or throw into the chat, feel free to do so. We're going to let you folks know, because some people have been asking. The show's format's going to change when the game launches. We will be doing mostly weekly news with less in-depth conversations about stuff, maybe like one a week. The format we've always had is weekly news plus like conversations about what could happen, this and that. That will really change when there's more content to actually go over and discuss. So weekly news will be its own big deal, and the segments will be kind of spread out and a little different. So, but pre-launch is kind of difficult when you can't look at people's YouTube videos or it's just blogs and lots of speculation. So anyways, with that being said, if you're not following the channel, you're interested in Wildstar, you should definitely follow this channel. We're going to give you a link later on of another channel you should definitely be following. Check us all out on Twitter. We all have really cool stuff going on in our tweets. That's important, from pictures of my kid to Nixus, and I don't even know what Beetle tweets anymore. I don't think Beetle tweets. You don't tweet, do you, Beetle?
I do. There's at least a tweet every single day. You just don't read them.
It's a tweet a
it's
day.
Okay.
He's a day tweeter. So, and like us on Facebook. I will say, dear Carbine, we are dying. This show needs content from you so that we can mull over it. We're trying to bake a cake, and you guys aren't giving us any eggs or milk or flour. You just hand us a little pinch of salt a week. We would love some more stuff. So if you could, send us some. With that being said, let's get into the Wildstar Weekly News. Yeah, war plots. You could just war plots. That would be absolutely fine with us. So, what do we got here? Weekly news, first and foremost, of course, Wildstar Wednesday. Winter beta is coming. We get a link. Did we send a kitty cat? I didn't even see her.
Oh, God.
Chat. Yeah, if you could throw that in chat, Aegon. They're planning on doing a bunch of streams. They've talked about, through their live stream, which is going to be over at, I think, Twitch TV/Wildstar, they're going to have different developers come in and talk about stuff. They're going to re-reveal the classes. They're going to be a reintroduction of the old classes and the changes in the processes things have gone through to make the experience, better for us. You're going to get a video on that. What you really, really wanted to know about was the next beta phase. There's going to be some surveys going out here very soon. All of the previous testers are going to get one. Answering the surveys increases your chances of getting invited or re-invited back to the beta when it goes live. So out of all that stuff, live streams look cool. We'll talk about that in just a second. Class drops, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they've kind of changed and, through the iterations. And, hopefully a bunch of you get surveys or get that new beta key. And a lot of people, if we get invited to this beta, maybe ? Open beta. who knows? Massively put out an article on Wildstar housing. As I am not your housing expert, I'm going to turn this over to Nixus to explain why does Wildstar housing matter.
Well, based on blank space, it doesn't. I'm just kidding. But good evening, everybody. Yeah, so, everybody already knows how I feel about housing. I think it's going to be an incredibly great tool when it comes to promoting, sociability. And on top of that, just the pure creativity that we've seen from the results of the different housing contests. And, during the PAX Prime event, when they were doing the panel, you got to see actually some of the placements that you get to have on your housing plots. And some of it looks just like a ton of fun. And I can understand why somebody who purely wants to see the utility in something wouldn't necessarily find housing interesting. It's definitely sided towards, the role player or the individual like me who just likes to get down and, kind of build stuff. And especially, I'm looking forward to EQ Landmark. So if the housing system in Wildstar is anything like what they're selling EQ Landmarks to be, it's going to be great. So, yeah. But I read the entire article. I thought it was really cool because they start off by saying, it takes away from development time that you could put into other aspects of the game like PvE or PvP. And while I don't completely agree with that because you're not really taking away from it, you're just simply working on a separate aspect that can tie into it, which it does. They're planning on making it tie in completely, with the buffs and the portals and stuff, which is what might make Blank Space, for example, interested in housing. But on another one part of the article was talking about the sense of progression that you get from the housing that you do, and it's one thing that I'm going to find really rewarding is, and I always like to compare it to the gear progress. As you raid and as you do PvP, your gear starts to look cooler and cooler, right? And that sense of progression is also what drives you want to go do that stuff. Well, that was just one way of expressing it, and then WoW had its achievement system that you could show off, but I feel like people appreciate things when they're visible a lot more. So whenever you're going to be able to go to Beetle's, house plot and see a pillow that's made of like 99% Miela Evistar, like you're going to be like, well, that guy just raided, the Exile main city, killed the Orin Queen, and now he's got this awesome fucking pillow. And it's just like unique items.
Wait, was that a real lore name? Was that a real lore thing?
He lost me with the lore, but he brought me back. I get it.
Dude, that was so fucking cool because I was all like, wait, was that real? Because if that's real, that is fucking awesome. By the way, continue, good sir. I just wanted to
know your characters, man. Know your universe. It's just, no. For all of you non-lore people, Miela Evistar is the Orin Queen. There you go. Perfect. Moving on. So what I'm really looking forward to is them potentially, implementing the system where certain bosses or even certain rare mobs out in the world, when you kill them, give you a specific item that you can then hang up in your yard or on your wall or whatever. And people, whenever you tell people that you've done stuff, you're just like, don't believe me, go to my housing plot, and they can go and they can see all your trophies and stuff. And it's just, that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to, on top of the fact that I can get as creative as I want. It's just like, I want to have, like, you look at the housing contest things, like we're doing everything and anything. And it's just like, you want to have it wacky, you want to have it awesome, like badass, like whatever. But I think it's going to, the thing that I've always experienced in MMOs is, when I'm bored of doing dungeons and I'm bored of PvPing, which rarely happens, but on the occasion that it does, I end up running in circles in the main city. And this is just going to be another aspect of the game that you're going to be able to do stuff in that'll keep you coming back. And the fact that they're making it multi-purpose and having it tie into other aspects of the game is really what's going to help it, thrive. If it had just been a housing plot where all you did was go and place a couple pre-built objects and that's it, and there was no, there were the PvE, the passive buff for being logged out and stuff and that kind of stuff, if that wasn't there, it might just not be that interesting. But I think housing is going to be great. I think people are going to learn to appreciate it a lot more than, the first impression that they have of it. I think people like Blank Space are going to end up being the first person to be like, dude, come check out my new fucking trophy. It's right here in my fucking living room. But anyway, that's the article's a fun read. If you guys are curious about housing, go ahead, and we'll see how it turns out. But I'm really, really excited. Moving on here, Blank Space.
No,
He's
actually,
just
I do believe Beetle wanted to mention something about Wildstar housing before I threw my last 2 cents in. So,
yeah.
Beetle, what were your thoughts,
no
man?
problem. I think Nixus hit the three biggest points on the head: the sociability, customization, and tying it in somewhere in game. Social, you can go to your friend's place and check it out. Hey, let's come hang out over here. Yeah, you want to meet me at my house? Then we can go group up, that kind of thing. Customization, everybody loves to, like you said, the contest, stuff like that. It gives the more artsy people, the people that are really looking forward to housing, something to do. Yes, blank space won't do it, but I mean, it's there for people that do it. And then tying it into the game with raid portals, other little buffs, stuff like that, and then the possibility, like you said, of allowing to bring back trophies or trophies based on achievements, other things like that. Just tying it into that in-game world. Yes, it's on a floating housing plot, but why can't it still be part of the world? It's already distancing itself by being on a floating housing plot, but by bringing it back into the world with achievements or something like that, it would make that cohesion even stronger. Blank.
I feel like housing is something that will only matter to me once you're at the wading pool point. You've raced to Elden Game. You've gotten into dungeons. You're setting up for your first raid. Cool. There's still stuff to do. After you get done with that first raid, before the next, drops or, your war plots, there's that time where you're sitting around, just like Nixus would say, you're just kind of jumping around a city. Normally I'm jumping around a city when I'm talking to people in TeamSpeak or Skype, But I can find myself getting into the housing sort of stuff, not only just for, here's my trophy, here's this sort of stuff, I think that stuff's really cool, but I could definitely, when I'm bored, I want my stuff to look cool. So me as a competitive hardcore gamer, I have to pick one of two things. Do I pay somebody who's going to do it and make it look awesome just from the start? Or does pride kick in, and do I try to do it myself, and then more than likely pay somebody down the road because it looks like shit? So it's not just the XP boost, because obviously that's something I'm going to want. If I'm sleeping for 4 hours and getting back up to game for another 30 or so, I want my 4 hours to have extra XP on them. But I don't want people to think that that I think housing is a bad system. I think it's a great system, and I'm really, really happy that Wildstar has it, just because it's not, for me, it is a big, cool part of the draw to this game. I wouldn't want them to scrap housing to be like, oh, well, we're going to give you more PvE and more PvP. Nah, dude, keep doing what you're doing on those sides and give, something fun to do, for those who enjoy that sort of stuff. The ones who pick flowers, econ PvP, and we'll have these gorgeous mansions while I'm running around in a friggin' tent, raiding or war plotting. So, Nixus.
Yeah, just one little thing that I wanted to throw in there. I don't know if you guys have experienced this either, but I mean, you probably have. You were pretty hardcore when it, the WoW days and whatnot. But I would have my old tier sets just sitting in my bank, gathering up dust, and I would only pull them out every now and then just to put them on and to make them look cool, up until transmog became a thing, right? But I'm personally not a huge fan of the transmog system, but I'd love to see, in Carbine, if you're listening, please, 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 have a way that you can actually put, your old tier sets on, a man kit or something in your home, and then, people can come into your house and see your...
That, dude, like a trophy, like a display case.
Like a display case for past tier sets, and it's just not just the bosses you've killed, but also for the gear, so you can continue to appreciate it over time, every time you're in your house. I think that'd be really cool, because I hated knowing that I had my giant stalker gear in my bank, and it's just I never get to see it anymore, or my pig sticker.
I'm gonna give you 1+ for that, Nixus. That's awesome. What if they did mannequins that you could pose and shit? So with my favorite was tier 2 gladiator on my rogue with glaives. And if I could move that around, and have it have some cool, they did not make that look cool right now. But some cool pose
yeah.
that could be in my house. That would be
sweet,
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I just check out my house. Oh, this is from the last content. Look at my dude. That's good idea. +1. Make it happen, Carbine. Let's go.
I don't know if I could see, mannequins that you can change the positions of, but having 3 to 5, that you can unlock. You unlock the base standing mannequin, and then maybe for PvP wins, you unlock a mannequin with its fist raised, and then it puts it on there, and then, maybe, like a stealthy mannequin, stuff like that. That'd be easier to do than allowing the player to pose it and make lewd gestures out of them.
But no, come on.
Blank space.
This is Carbine. Like, they're the ones who on their videos at PAX were like, look, this car was made up of 9,000 actual different props, like, that wouldn't be that hard for them, honestly. But I do like your idea of being able to unlock them. That's pretty cool, too. Look at all these great ideas. Guys, Carbine, start writing them down, start sending them in, be like, these are good ideas, we should do these. All right, back to the news here, now that we're done telling Carbine how to do random stuff that probably will never see the light of day. We got a couple of Wildstar Vines. We were going to make a scene out of them, but that just seems silly. Did we get one for Mocarski or no?
For all of them.
Yeah, that's one right there.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't look. You guys are going to see a couple of vines here real quick, I guess. The first one is Kenny McBride.
Hey, let's meet Kenny McBride, or as I like to call him, Metal Link.
Next.
By the way, Kenny is really cool. It was really nice to meet him at PAX. And sometimes he has his own stream. We don't have a link for it. But he likes to draw stuff late at night. So if you ever see that on Twitter, you should definitely go watch it. It's a lot of fun. Next one, Sneak Attack, Shiphands.
Let's sneak attack a Shiphand mission.
Frost?
Next.
Alrighty. Last but not least, good old Matt Mocarski. He was one of the first devs we had here. Matty Mo, here on the show, like our second or third episode, I can't even remember. Came on and talked art and comics and a bunch of other stuff, all dressed up. And by the way, you're going to hear somebody scream. Just forewarning. All right, go ahead.
Matt Mocarski, Matt Mocarski, Matt Mocarski.
That was such a good one.
That was an awesome one.
Dude, that's legit. That's no joke. I like that. So yeah, a couple of cool vines. Now, we're going to get down here to some of the information we had from the first in-house stream that Carbine did. That you're going to get a link. I'm not sure if they put it up in their YouTube yet, but we do have the Twitch link. This was their pilot episode. They worked a couple things out. They were super professional. They only swore twice the whole time, which was pretty funny. Scooter mentioned that he likes to play other MMOs, which was also really funny. We had a couple of little things here. Scooter said they were going to be taking a week off from their pilot, which I'm pretty sure isn't a thing. Like, that's not how you have your pilot, then you have your regular season.
Yeah, Scooter doesn't know.
Yeah, he just was like, this is our pilot, now we're going to take a week off, and we're going to come back the next week. I'm like, that's not how it happens. That's not how it works. But a couple of other cool things that came from there. Frost, his actual job is a developer wrangler. His job is to run around and corral the design team over at Carbine, which sounds like a whole hell of a lot of fun. But I'm sure he enjoys being the voice of everything there. Also, we did want to mention, and it's not a threat, it is a promise, if they were talking about in the future, they were going to do streams, and if there are people playing in the background, people might be able to PvP them or whatever. This is a promise. If you guys are playing Exiles on a server after launch, we will come find you, and we will come kill you, because we love you. And that would be
I don't
fun.
care how many people need to die due to NPCs of the town you're standing in. They will all run in, and at least one of us will get to you.
We will bench people from raiding. They will be kicked out. Like, if we don't care if your baby's crying, you have to reach Scooter. You got to reach whoever's streaming and kill them. It's a game of tag. But had to throw that out there. And Vine reveals was teased by Frosty, little question mark. So maybe we might see some more stuff like they've been doing with like the Shiphands, the sneak attacks here in the future. So it was a good stream overall. It looks like they're looking for a format of about an hour. Really looking forward to seeing what things have changed in the last iterations of what they've originally showed us and where they are now. That'll be really cool. And, looking forward to the beta stuff coming up. Next big article we have for you folks is Choose Your Weapon. This was a MMORPG Wildstar column. Basically, it was all about the different weapons. Can we get a link? Was it done? Of course, by our good friend Gazmoth. Gazimoth? I think I chewed on the H at the end. Yeah. So it was a well-written article. Of course, we don't expect anything less from Gazzy, and a lot of it was stuff that we knew already, but it was good to see kind of a breakdown, and then talking about how there's a trinity, but there's no like real pure class because some of them, each one of them has two functions that they can serve. Whether you're your tank or DPS, and then being able to switch that out. So it's a good read. Definitely go check it out. Don't feel limited by your weapon because you're not limited in the stuff that you can do. Was kind of the direction of the whole the article. Beetle?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Gaz for being one of the few MMORPG writers that doesn't just put a paragraph and then a link to wherever they found their stuff from. When I see his name at the top, I'm actually like, all right, actual article. There's writing here. Like, a lot of the MMORPG ones lately have just been like, hey, new feature here, and then it's like, read more at their actual site, and it's just like, that's all you got? You didn't think of anything to talk about?
It feels like reblogging, where it's like, oh, hey, I found this great article over here where somebody else talked about all the stuff. I just found it, Yeah. So, yeah, definitely big thumbs up. We like Gaz. He's good people. Topics for the show, 0. We're not going to talk in depth about anything because hopefully next Wildstar Wednesday and or the stream that they might pop up with, we'll see something cool. We've got a couple of shout outs here. Name the Carbine. Still taking entries until Sunday, November 3rd. Voting will be on after the 4th. The hashtag is Carbine New Name. You're going to get the thread here. The interactive marketing director still needs a Twitter name, and it's up to you folks to come up with suggestions that we can vote on. Also, there's still time to go donate and be a part of the Wildstar Community Extra Life event. A couple of new updates that I just read today. They're going to be joined by up to 4 Carbine devs. That's awesome. There's going to be some Wildstar swag giveaways. Also, there's going to be some theme game giveaways. If they're playing Dawngate, hopefully, you could get a chance to win a beta key. So we're going to give you guys a post there. And it looks like the start time is going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, I think it's daylight time still. This Saturday to launch the gaming marathon with us. And it looks like Beetle wants to mention something.
Yeah, I was going to let everybody know that big ups to the Wildstar community. Just want to let everybody know that also the company I work for is doing a Twitch stream as well for Extra Life, and I will be tweeting all the Wildstar streams, and I'll also be tweeting for the Raven Software team. We will be starting, I believe, on Saturday at 8 a.m. Central. So if anybody is up early enough and would like to hang out for an hour before the Wildstar one starts up, and then head over to it, do whatever you want. We will also be trying to stream. I know we'll be gaming for 25 hours. I just don't know what our stream capabilities are at the office. But please watch my Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and I'll be tweeting about that as well. And, yeah, save the children.
Nixus, do you have something to add?
Yeah, just real quick, I was going to say, anyone throughout the entire event, the Wildstar community team will be streaming from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. On Sunday. If you guys at any time during the event want to join us and play video games, feel free to let us know. We'll be playing a whole myriad of games. I know we have Nether, League of Legends, Planet Side 2, I was about to say Transformers 2, Team Fortress 2, and probably some Dota and a bunch of indie games, whatever you guys want to play. If you're down to, just send me a private message on Twitter or on the Wildstar Central forums. Let me know. I know a whole bunch of us will be streaming from Subterfuge. I know Zaprobo and Gentlestar will be participating, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So if you want to join in, don't be shy. Send us a message. We'll get you involved, all right? Thanks a lot.
Let me look here. Let me look at something real quick here. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you know what I want to do for that Nixus?
What, Don?
You know what sounds like a good idea, buddy?
What sounds like a good idea?
I've got a whole bunch of extra Hearthstone beta keys, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give one to you guys to give away to the highest donation. How's that sound?
That sounds like a pretty solid idea to me.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think that sounds pretty baller. So what we'll do is I'll send one of those off to Nixus, and you guys can drive that and let people know that the highest donation for however the heck you guys want to do it gets themselves hooked up with a Hearthstone beta key, which apparently they're not going to be giving any out for the next couple days. So
that's going to be some pretty
cool
badass
idea.
Wildstar swag and a Hearthstone beta key. Jeez. I might just drop out just so I can start being a viewer.
I'm not doing this event anymore.
I'm just gonna watch and try to win giveaways. All right,
dude, that's how
thanks
it
a lot.
felt with
That's
the
pretty
Elden
cool.
games, right? We were like, wait, can we just not be a part of this so I can win one?
Man.
All right, well,
good, awesome, thank you.
I threw that in. Hopefully that'll help drum up some donations. I have my daughter, so we'll stop by. We'll say hi. We might even throw the stream on and kill some monsters ourselves. But we wish we could be there the whole time, but we can't. So we wish everybody good luck. There's a bunch of people doing stuff from the Wildstar community. So go support them. It's going to be a good time. It always is. That's all we have for your Wildstar Weekly News. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Next week, hopefully, we got something in depth to sit down and talk about. If not, we're all going to send nasty emails to, Scooter, and hopefully we get something cool. Sit down and mull about and discuss. So we're going to give you guys a little scene, and I'm going to say from Late Night Dominion and Subterfuge Gaming and my kiddo, I want to say Happy Halloween.
Batman.
Please make sure to follow on Twitch so you know when we go live. Follow on Twitter. That's all of us here. Check out our Facebook page. And we do appreciate you guys stopping by. Y'all have a wonderful and safe Halloween from our family to yours and our big Wildstar family together. Y'all have a good night.
Take it easy, guys.
Take it easy, folks. Until next week, we are out.